Welcome back to the Western Wilds for one last hurrah. It's episode 43 with me, MrSealyp. It's time. We're going to sell all the produce, everything we've got. I've just finished sorting out the potatoes. I've put all my potato open gardens now set to selling. I'm going to set this off and running. I think I might have already set this to selling, have I? Pig food I'm going to set to storing, although we could set it to selling, couldn't we? Let's set it to selling as well. So all the stuff that's going to produce now is set. So potato sorting, premium potato bagging. That's what we want. So that should now start chugging, and that will start building up, and then we'll start selling. Although we'll only sell on the hour, won't it? Because that will fill up. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. They're set already. I've got potatoes in there, so as that starts to run down, I can fill up from that, then fill up from the silo. We'll go into that later on. This one here, I think it was on distributing, but we need to switch that over now. So what we've got going: sugar beet sugar, premium potatoes. Sugar's already on selling. Pig food all set to selling. Premium potatoes on selling. And then over here, we're going to run. Yeah, the potato sorting is going to be a problem because that's already showing. We're going to run both. We're going to do raisins and grape juice. I've got 57,333 litres. Let's get both of those going and have those on selling. Now, as I said in previous episodes and people have mentioned, I am going to take a hit. I know I am. But I'm more than going to make up for that, I think, with all the methane silage selling. I've got 24 bales on this trailer, which I did on the previous episode, and 6 more. So we've got 30 wood chip bales. I'm going to take these up to, I think, one of the sell anything container. While we're over there, we're going to go to our fuel plant. We're going to get the fuel plant off and running, or not off and running, but on selling. Everything is run through, but I'm going to put the ethanol, all the byproducts, everything on selling. What's next after that? Then it'll be going through the industrial park just here, setting everything off that needs to be set off on there. So once everything's set off and onto selling, we'll roll forwards, and obviously then stuff will start to sell. But then we've got all the products we can't sell like that. Things like the lime. What else have we got? Though obviously the silage stuff is going to keep going backwards and forwards to the biogas plant. And obviously then there's going to be the methane backwards and forwards. That's going to go fairly quickly, I think. So we'll come back to all this in a minute. We'll get all that going. It's all kind of built up to this, really. A lot of people have asked me to just carry on doing the series. I have to stop somewhere. I want to move on to a new map, and honestly, the problem I've got is doing this now. I still don't know what map I want to go on to. I haven't decided. Like I said, when I first did Fruling, there was going to be an interim between 2 maps. I didn't know how many episodes I'd do, and I think I only did 6. I might go back to that for a few until I can decide what I want to do. So that's going to be my kind of bounce back to one, you know. It's a tricky one. There are so many good maps, I really don't know what to do. I am also aware of 2 potentially, well, 1 definitely coming out. So I want to set that to selling. 201,000 litres of that. The corn gluten meal is now on selling. The diesel I'm going to keep hold of for the time being, but the soybean meal, 57,000 litres, that's on selling. Right, let's get that off and going. Yeah, there's one map I know is in testing and another one that I know is in the process of being made. I can't give anything else away. No, I've got a problem here if this doesn't work. I'm sure these sell here. Say that. Maybe they don't. We're about to find out. Oh, they do, that's alright. We did alright with those. Got 6 more to go and collect. Now I need to set this off processing, because I did bring a full load over here a while ago. I think that trailer might be full as well. Or did I empty it? No, it hasn't got anything on there. So that's empty. Right, so let's go around here. There's a couple of things, products in here that I can set off going as well. The silage being one of them, so that can go. Slurry, I haven't got anything in there. Manure's already processing. There's a little bit of sugar beet in there and a tiny bit of potatoes. So we'll get those running. This is bonkers. Right, that's already run out. That's pretty cool. Sugar beet won't take too long. That'll go too. The silage is the rapid one. And I've got probably now knocking on 5 million litres of it, maybe? I think I've got about 5 million litres. We've got all the methane stored here. I've got about 800,000 litres of methane already stored. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm sure it will all be fine. Yeah, things like the eggs are going to have to be transported, so we're going to need a trailer for doing that. Oh. So what I do have are 4 pallets here, which I'm going to do manually because they spawned at some point. I'm not quite sure what happened. So wood planks, I'm going to set that on, but we're going to put that to selling. Bark mulch, that's been storing up. We'll put that on selling. Wood chips are distributing across the way, so we'll leave that to run. So that's going to start going. And then we'll come over to here. Is it here? So, furniture wood, furniture planks, pellets and wood chips, they're all running. And we're going to set that to selling, selling, and selling. That's all running. And then we come on to our food production. Now, the food factory is where things are going to get a little bit more. We've got everything now, so we can run every single product. We can do cereal, ketchup, salad, and crisps here. So we're going to get that going, that going, that going, that going. And then we'll set those to sell, 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 sell. Off it goes. Now this is all still going across here, but I think what I might do is I might set my fabric to selling now, because I'm pretty sure I've got 30,000 litres across the way that still needs to process into clothes. So in all honesty, we'll probably do the same here. We'll put the batch fabric mixed materials on, set that to selling. At some point, there's, oh, okay. I don't know if we'll take it over here. Got enough space for it? Not quite, right. Let's set, this door, isn't it? No, that one. Where are we? Oh, there we are. So clothes are storing at the moment. Let's put those on selling as well. Plus I've got a pallet there. Oh, 2 pallets here. Right, I'm going to have to go around and gather up all the odds and ends. Then over to sugar. We've got that all running, and we'll get the syrup going as well now. That's set to selling. That's set to selling. Right, that's that. Bakery. We want bread and cake. Selling, selling. This one is the cardboard. Hang on. Which one was this? Paper and cardboard. Let's get those going. Selling, selling. Got a fair bit there. We should make a little bit on that. All these productions that I've had dormant for so long. And when I did the videos for them, it was all working fine. Pallets and barrels, we'll set those to. I will set them all to sell. Fantastic. Right, what we got over here? Got a whole load of stuff over here as well. So we haven't got any of that. Haven't got any of that. Sorghum, flour. Let's get that going. We've got some corn in there. Cornmeal, cracked corn, and we'll set all of that to selling, selling, selling. That's all good to go. I'm going to do a quick, a kind of flyover, I guess. Oh, I've got all of the sugarcane in here, haven't I? I've got 2 million litres of sugarcane I need to deliver and sell. Canola? Oh yeah, it's canola. Blimey. What I'll do, I'll whiz round with the pickup in a bit, and we'll pick up all the errant pallets and things everywhere. I'm going to need to, actually what I'll do now is let's lease. I think this is the one I need. Where is it? That one? I think so. 50,000 litres, product transporter, yep. Hopefully that'll work. Let's go and grab that in a bit. Right, I'm going to go and grab the last of those wood chip bales. Then I need to go over to the main yard, and what can I set to selling? Actually, yeah, all my greenhouses over there I think I need to set to selling. So the tomatoes, strawberries, all that kind of stuff, that will all need to be set to selling. Eggs I can't, honey I can't. Oh, the dairy. We need to go up to the dairy and get our soy milk and butter and cheese going as well. And we'll get that all on selling too. Yeah, I'm now thinking about the potato thing. I'm not sure that's going to work, is it? We'll see how we go. Now I am going to be going absolutely unreal capacities on this one because I've got so much to get rid of. I have the only dilemma I do have with these two trailers. One of them is 250,000 litres unreal capacity. The other one's 300,000. The 300,000 litre one unloads really slowly, which is my only kind of bugbear with it, I guess. What I'm going to do is grab a load of silage to take over to the biogas plant. And then we need to go and get the trailer for doing all the eggs. Like I say, I've got about 80,000 eggs. We're nearly on the hour, so we should see a bit of a roll up, whatever it is that already is done. Got quite a lot of grass there still. Right, silage, 2.8 million litres. Brilliant. So while that's going, let's go over to the dairy, get those switched on. I think I did the milk into it. Yeah, we've got 40,000 litres. We've got sugar in it, we've got soybean in here. So we can do butter, cheese, chocolate and soy milk. Let's put them all onto selling, selling, selling and selling. Excellent. They're off and running. Cows. Well, did I say my first pen of cows? I've now doubled, so we've got 80 in there now. So we've got 120 total. I can't remember if I mentioned in the last episode. We're not far off the next lot of sheep as well. I'm not selling any of the livestock, we're just doing produce as it stands at the moment. I probably need to all the slurry, go around and collect all the slurry up as well, maybe take that to the biogas plant too. I need to double check whether or not 7:59, be interesting to see what happens when it clicks over the hour. I mean, we haven't had a full hour of production yet, so it's not going to be a huge amount of money to start off with. And yeah, just come back out of there just so we can see that roll up, because I'm curious to see what that's going to be. We may have to wait just a minute. Well, literally a minute. What else? Oh yeah, there's more honey there as well. Right, nothing else I can do from here. I need to check prices for the eggs and things like that as well to see what. It's going to be train yard, I think, predominantly. You know, I could have done another 20 episodes. And each episode, I could have just picked one of the products to spend the whole episode delivering myself and make way more money. But there just aren't enough hours in the day. It really would have taken. Whoa, okay, that was a big jump up. So, guesses at the moment. I have had guesses in the regions of 20 million, 30 million. Some people up as far as 50 million, I reckon I'm going to make. I am curious to see. Right, strawberries, let's put them to selling. We've got a lot there. Right, so I've got a funny feeling then. Let's scroll down all the greenhouses. They all need to be on selling, whatever it is I've got in there. What have I got running on this one? Sunflower. Needless to say, I'm going to now go for all the greenhouses, and that one's some sunflower as well. Selling. Yeah, we're going to set this all to selling. So it's going to take me a little bit of time, but I'll get that done as well. Oh, how did that end up on? Okay, that's going to be another one I'm going to collect up, put onto a trailer. They do look good. They do look very good. I know you've got the olive trees. The olive trees are now set on selling as well. One thing I'm going to have to think carefully about is as we move forward, because silage and stuff going to Biogas Plant will be making the methane, which will be selling, but we're also going to get the byproduct of digestate, quite a lot of it. So the digestate will then have to be sold after the methane production has happened. So we're going to have some things that can't happen until a prior process has gone before it. Whereas most of my other production chains, I've already done those processes. I've already run them at least once or twice, especially the planks production. That has been absolutely crazy. If I stop the engine. Right, let's put that in. The only concern with doing the methane and the silage is because of how quickly it goes. I don't want to not utilise everything I've got. If the tank fills up, I need to make sure I'm Johnny on the spot and I can keep on top of the methane selling, which is going to be a bit of a problem because of how, like I say, that all those tanks were a great idea for storage in so much as they seemed like a great idea at the time. Yeah, see, we were full on methane already. So once I've got everything else running, off camera, I'm going to probably, it's going to be a few hours, I'm just trying to think, maybe not a few hours, of just keeping on top of this. It's going to be lots of runs backwards and forwards with silage. I think I've got a bag of sugar beet actually I can bring up from the root crop area. That's working, that's working. Some of the plants now have gone over the hour, stuff that was stored already. We clicked over past 8 o'clock, which means those will now be empty. Things like the biofuels plant behind me. Now that all of the corn gluten meal and the ethanol and stuff will have sold, the only thing left in there will be diesel. So let's get the first load of this done. This is normally around 200,000 for a load for 50,000 litres. So might give you some kind of idea. Well, it might not. I'm trying to work out in my head how much it's going to work out, but it's going to be a lot. Yeah, 201,000. That's what I'll start doing as well. While that's still processing, I'll start unloading some of these tanks. And no, that didn't really help. That's better. And then we'll go and make sure these processes are all off. I don't think I actually put these processes on, did I? There you go. That's all empty then. The only thing left in there is the diesel. And none of those are running. That's all running. We're looking. Cool. Right. I could have left some of the processes on distributing still, because they could keep distributing to other production chains, but I'm just going to clear the decks. Wherever I've got stuff stored at this moment, I'm going to stop distributing out to other places, and I'm just going to run through whatever's in there and empty it, because I think with how much I've got stored in various different places, I mean, that could take days of in-game play just to run through those cycles, enough to get them all to produce, distribute, and then onward productions. Even now, I'm stopping thinking, see how slow this tank is to... Each tank is 20,000 litres? Not even at 10,000 litres. Yeah. I think I'm going to probably have to do a load from these tanks, a load from the biogas plant, then go and get some more silage, bring that back, and kind of bounce around doing these for a little bit until we get them all empty. I still don't know. I reckon I could be way off. 20 million, potentially 20 million. I have also been asked, when I go to my next map, am I going to take any of the money with me? I don't know. I might do a start from scratch again. Thing being as well, when we go to the next map, there will be contracts available again, so I'll be able to do a bit of contract work, which I have kind of missed, really. It gives you things to do in between, you know, when you're doing all your other jobs. So I think I might just buy myself a treat. Just something, you know, something to take with me. Maybe a tractor on a trailer with a vehicle, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I honestly, at this point in time, I honestly don't know. Yeah, this is taking a while. I have gathered together at a central hub location a selection of the stuff that we can't sell automatically, that we're going to be selling. We've got our honey. That's all the honey we've got at the moment. Obviously, that's going to carry on going the same as it is with the eggs. That box truck is 50,000 litres. That's full with eggs. I had 99,000 litres of eggs. Those I've just put there for thumbnail purposes. We've got silage that's going to biogas plant. I have leased another 2 lorries. This lovely looking sort of purpley dark pink, and a red one, as well as a second tanker. That's got lime in it. One of these has got digestate in it. One of them's got methane in it. We've got potatoes, premium potatoes, in this one here. We've got sugar cane in the back of this one, and then all the errant pallets. We've got 1 of planks, 3 of beans. That little bit of fabric that was left, we had 1 sugar popped out for some reason, 2 cloves, 2 strawberries popped out, and then that one is full of sugar beet. Did I say sugar cane? Sugar cane, sugar beet. So that's a selection of the things we're going to, I'm going to have to do manually. Bearing in mind, I've got 2 million litres of sugar cane, knocking on 4 or 5 million litres of silage. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time. So when we clicked over the hour, over to 9 o'clock, what was selling automatically from all the other productions, we jumped up 300,000. I've done 4 loads of methane already, and we don't look like we're going to run out anytime soon. So the next thing I've got to do is have a look and check on prices for things like where are our hegs? Yeah, train yard. Train yard's probably going to be the best bet for everything, isn't it? Now I don't know this trailer whether this is going to work at the train yard. I'm going to give it a go. I've put the biogas production on hold at the moment simply because while I'm going around gathering other things up and doing deliveries of other products, I can't keep up with the methane production. It's just going too quickly. So I think what I'm going to have to do is sell all the other things I can and then come back to the methane, then just focus on just that, just doing the methane. It's just too many products. I didn't realise I had that much stuff I would have to do manually, but as I started going to each of the silos, I started thinking, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And I've still got a load of sorghum. We've got some canola we can sell. That field there behind the cows, that one had sorghum in it. I harvested that off screen and I got about 56,000 litres, something like that, from it. Now if I back this up and it doesn't come up with the unload option, then I've got a problem. This pallet storage mod by Omatano, this is what this trailer comes with. It works really well for the most part, but not with all sell points, unfortunately. So yeah, just fingers crossed I'll be able to back up and we'll sell first 50,000, then I'll go and get those ones on the ground, and then we'll do the rest. 1.5 million litres of lime to sell. Please come up with the unload symbol, please. No! Seriously? No. Okay, that's annoying. Even if I go to... want that on... that on... There's no option to open the doors or anything on this one. It just is supposed to just pop up. So I'm going to have to go to the next best place, I guess, which is going to have to be, I guess, one of the sell anything containers, isn't it? Farmers markets at 1.5, 1.516. At that sell anything, which is where? Let's tag it. Let's see where the column is sticking up in the air. Can't see it. That's weird. Oh, right over there. Just about to see it in the background. Okay, I'll take the eggs. So I'm gonna, yeah, now it's just gonna be a case of just ploughing through everything. We might get a couple of little shots of me doing some of those things, maybe. The odd unload of something when I do the first bit of lime. Maybe we get down to the eggs. I hope this works on the sell anything side, or I'm in trouble. It does make me wonder. I mean, this is supposed to work. Maybe it's only supposed to work to go to other productions, not necessarily to sell points, but I don't know, we'll see. if, like me, you've got a lot of sugarcane or indeed lime to clear, I've got quite a bit of potatoes as well, you might possibly want to try something like that. Each one of those expandable bags, if you go for the unreal capacity, is 200,000 litres. So I've got 1.2 million litres on there. Now that's only limited by the fact I've got a fairly short trailer, and the straps don't go any further than that. With the longer trailer, I haven't even thought about stacking them. But I will say this, I went and got them empty and drove down the main road. I turned in past the grain mill, is it grain mill plus, grain mill extended, whichever one I've got. Every time I turned in there, the game crashed. Exactly the same place. I came out the game, came back in 3 times, and it crashed exactly the same place. So the last time I came through, it's like, yeah, expecting a different result, isn't it? I came through this way, and it worked. So that's going to speed the process up a little bit. I just used the telehandler. If you've got a situation like this, where obviously that you can put into silos with these as well, so it was going in from the top and straight out the bottom, if you just put it off to the side a little bit, it will still go in, but it won't then go out. Just if you wanted to try it, I'm not saying you have to, I'm not advocating you doing it, you can do whatever you want, but this will make life a little bit easier. I'm on load 8 of methane out of my tanks. I haven't run the biogas plant again, I haven't touched anything from the main farm. We're up to 5.2 million each hour. It's been about 300,000 litres, we've gone up. So I'm going to take these wobbly bags of sugarcane. I'm not sure which sell point to go to actually. They're all pretty much the same in all honesty. I might go up to the north one just to spice things up a little bit. I've still got a full load of lime in that trailer from where I had all my stuff centralised. I like this. Yeah, I mean it's a bit unorthodox, not the done thing, but if it works, why not? Why not give it a go? I'm going to take a full load of potatoes up to the biogas plant as well, I think. Because I'm just going to, the ones I've got in storage now, the premium ones I'll sell, because obviously they're premium. And the ones the seed potatoes I'll do alright with, because you get a bit of a bonus on those. But all the ones that I've got in storage, just the regular old potatoes, I'm going to take a load up, so I might as well get some more methane out of them. I just don't want the game to crash while I'm doing this. Please don't crash at any point. I don't know what caused it before. It might have been coming too close to a particular mod or something. I'm just really cautious now of any point. Not that I can do anything about it if it does crash, but we have got a sell point over here as well. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to check. Let's check on which one's the farmer's market. Sugarcane. Farmers Market's 366. Yeah, they sell everything at the 370s. I know the train yard's 559, but that would require me using an auger pipe and stuff like that, and I haven't. No. My advice, don't do it. It's a little bit too crashy here and there. I think it's just too many of those bags to go. I mean, I don't know. It's worked here. I must say it's worked here. I drove over the sell point here. I've put an extra sell point in, another one with containers down at the main industrial estate, because I thought it'd be a little bit easier because I've got a lot of sugar cane. I took it up to the north point, got right up to it. You might have heard me shout no, you might not. It depends how the recording went. And yeah, the game crashed again. Now the only thing that's changed is me using these bags, multiple ones on the trailer. I haven't had any other problems coming through the gaps and over the sell points at any point other than that. It is working. I mean, even if you just do one of these bags on a telehandler, it's 200,000 litres. So you can still shift a fair amount. Or 2 of them on a smaller trailer might be a better idea. Is that camera going? It's on the floor? No, it needs to be picked up. It needs to be off the deck. nearly there. And then I'll get the lime shifted, and then I'm just trying to think, I probably won't see you then for a bit, because that's when I'm going to be shifting a huge amount of lime, the rest of this sugar cane, and then it's onto the methane, or the silage and the methane. Hey, it's worth trying these things. You don't know until you try. It do take a little while to unload, but then it's 200,000 litres. It's more than a trailer's supposed to hold. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put these to the side, I think. I might do 200,000 at a time. Yeah, I'm just thinking that might be okay. I just think because I've got so many of them, I think it's probably what's been causing it. That is what is causing it. I don't know, maybe. It's 12:38, which means we're halfway through April. We're up to 9.6 million. I have done 19 50,000 litre loads of methane. All of my tanks here I have cleared. I cleared them because I was having a problem where I would empty one, move on to the next one, and it was my fault because I put them all so close together. The tankers were struggling to work out where the actual the triggers were for unloading. So as I emptied them, I was deleting them, having them removed, taken to a scrapyard. That's what I did. So I could gradually empty them all out. So 800,000 litres gone. There's still 20,000 litres in the tank covered by the gold, but I'm not going to be doing any more gold. That's run out of stuff to process. All the lime has been sold. That's all gone. All my not all my potatoes, actually, I've still got some. My premium potatoes and my seed potatoes I've sold. What else? I'm now racked up here and I'm ready to go. In that, if we come over to here, actually, you know what, we'll go around, we'll see the screen a little bit easier, won't it? So, we have got 180,000 litres of silage ready to go. Slurry, I went around and collected all the slurry. We had 70,000 litres. Manure's topped up. Sugar beet cut, I haven't got any more. But sugar beet, 54,000 we brought up earlier. And potatoes I've put in here. I thought I'll just sell the potatoes. Why not? I'll put them in through here. Seems a bit mad, really. So what I can do now is put all of those processes on. And we should start ramping up on the methane again. That's got some left in it of silage. That's got 300,000 litres of silage. That's got potatoes in the back and manure in the front. That's got digestate in it that's coming out as the byproduct. So we're going to keep on trucking. As you can see, we've got a few vehicles here. So yeah, this is going to ramp up fairly quickly. I'm just going to keep on making my little notches so I know how many loads of methane I've sold. And I haven't actually calculated how much I've got left over silage-wise over at the main farm. I've got to be down to probably... Well, actually, I know what. I wouldn't even like to hazard a guess because I'll get it completely wrong. But everything else is now set to selling. So all of the manual sales I've done. Everything else is just set automatic. That could take a while because some of the processes are chugging away. But we're getting there. And like I said, every hour I'm making about 300,000. A couple of hours it was a little bit less. One of the hours was a little bit less. One of the hours a little bit more. We'll see how we go. I don't know. I reckon we can hit 20 mil. Did I say that earlier? What did I say earlier? Don't know. I reckon we get it 20 mil. It's quite... I hadn't realised over the period of the, 42 episodes, how much stuff I'd kind of beavered away. I'd kind of put stuff, hidden things away in different locations, various different silos with stuff in. All the hours I spent cutting grass and processing grass and putting it in and making it into silage, and all the lime, just keeping the lime production going and building up to over like 1.5 million litres of lime. It really didn't dawn on me just how much I had squirreled away. So what I'll do now then is actually I'm running on a full load here as well. Let's take this one off. And I'm just going to keep processing. This is going to be quite a few hours work. I'm not quite sure what I'm up to. I'm going to have a look at my stored pictures for that previous... So I did a screenshot. I know I've mentioned it a few times. I did a screenshot of the previous save game before we had to redo everything. So I'll be able to get a better idea of hours. At the moment, we're sitting on 277... Yeah, we could be knocking on 400 and a bit, maybe something like that. Whoa, 9.8. Next full load will be at 10 mil. I'll be able to afford to get myself something very nice, won't I? Something gold-plated, maybe. I guess it's time. We're now in June. We started selling everything off in April. So, 3 months. If you got anywhere close to 35,081,000, or 35 million would be close enough, I would guess. I didn't think we'd get anywhere near that. And we're not done yet. That's the thing about it. Everything that I can sell manually, I've sold. All the silage I had prepared and I had stored, I took to the biogas plant, along with sugar beet that was constantly being processed. I put that in there as well. I've been topping up the manure and the slurry on a daily basis. That's been going there as well. My silage production building was still producing silage from all the grass I had stored in there for that purpose. So I've been running through that. So I kept going until the grass ran down to a point where I was going to leave it. I have put, since we started selling, this isn't over the entire Let's Play, this is since we started the selling on this episode, 7.5 million litres of silage has gone through the biogas plant. Methane, I did, honestly, you won't believe this. I've got a little tally chart, 5 bar gates. 96 loads of 50,000 litres, coming in at 4.8 million litres of methane delivered to the sell point. The digestate produced by the biogas plant during this process came in at 2.9 million litres of digestate, which I sold at the slurry yard, on top of everything else that's been chugging away. So some people asked about a kind of an overview, a look of where we are, where we're at now. So I thought we'll roll back. I started here 43 episodes ago, on foot, with a tent and a chainsaw. And we headed all the way down here, down to the abandoned farm, which is now a huge industrial estate. And we found in that old abandoned barn, the previous farmer Foley, we found his pickup. So we had chainsaw and a pickup. That's how we started out. We're going to whiz across here. We're going to come back to the moment. I had one plot of land, and it was all woodland. All of this was woodland over here, just south of the river. We started roughly, I mean here-ish, I think it was. It's just around here somewhere, with a tent on the edge of the wood, and we started clearing. And then we gradually built up trailers, and we gradually, we built on that and built on that and built on that. I put bridges in, we bought extra plots, we cleared more trees, more lumber, we added beehives. I bought the little house, when we moved from the tent. We've stayed with that. I know I said I was going to go and do other things, and that little shed was what we started with to put our vehicles in. I've still got the rake that we started with as well. We've got more and more beehives. We bought open gardens and we expanded into those as well. So we've got 10 of them here. Silage pit was what I started with, and that stayed. I didn't want to get rid of it. More barn and building space, pallet storage, sheds. We've got 2 large lorries, 2 large trailers, forage wagons, cedar planter. That's our fertilizer production. Digestate went into there. We produced fertilizer. We've got the big old plough. We've got a big old cultivator. We've got the roller. We've got the Kroner Big M mower. We've got our mulcher. 3 harvesters we ended up with. Large tractors. We've got the big old class, the baked bean, and that awesome tractor pulling John Deere. 5,000 chicken barn, which has been producing me about 15,000 litres of eggs per day. The forage harvester, which was just brilliant. That's got about 17 hours on it. That's 17 hours of just me driving, doing grass and forage work, which is crazy. 2 sheep pens. And the silo here's got a load of seed and a load of fertiliser in it. Then round behind here, I haven't showed this very much actually. We've got some olive trees, we did those. My workers' accommodations. So this is where my workers all live. The more workers I was using, the more buildings I put in. Yeah, I haven't really shown it. I've kind of driven past a few times, but didn't really show much more of that. And then there's all the fields. The fields we ploughed out, made ourselves. We started just to the north of the river with 1 plot. And then we sort of gradually, come down a bit, gradually expanded out across that way. We did one out across the top that way. Oh, that was something else to do. Over here, over at the rail yard, we put in the ramp. Mr. Daddy Gaz. Great idea. People have tried all different things on there, and a few different options were available, but that's what I went with. And then we started our productions, and when we got on the productions, we've ended up with, to be fair, we've got our manure production. Straw goes in, manure comes out. We've got our dairy, which is producing all sorts of stuff. That's one that does soy milk as well. We start off with 1 cow pen. We've now got 2 cow pens with 120 cows. These ones are just off. We're a month off getting another 40 cows in there. We cleared more trees. We did the Wiggly Field. Remember the Wiggly Field? Seems like a lifetime ago now. All the grass we've been doing, then we started our expansion here. Now this all started with a sawmill. A sawmill and a dream. With the North Sawmill, which was producing pallets of planks. Then we put in the North Sawmill, or this sawmill. And then we put in our carpentry, and this carpentry was the one that did wood chip pallets of wood chip pellets as well as furniture, which was brilliant. We then extended out and we did barrels and pallets. We did cardboard and paper. We've got the grain mill plus. We've got our bakery in finally. We've got a sugar mill in. We've got storage. We've got our tailors, the spinnery, and the food production building, which was producing a whole host of different things. And then coming out to here, the biogas plant, which, I mean, the biogas plant, logging started us off, and logging was our money maker. That's what got us going. Once we got to a point where we were producing methane and stuff, our biofuels facility went in. This is where all the tanks were that I stored all of my spare methane. So spare methane. When you've got all that spare methane knocking around. So the biogas plant, this is just phenomenal. I'm going to miss that. Next Let's Play, we have to find another source of income. Another money spinner. We did our lime production here, and we did our gold production. The gold, again, fantastic. The sell anything containers, I love these. The Schultz modding ones work really well. And that was the methane sell point, part of a different pack, wasn't it? Again, I know as we're finishing off, but all of the mods I used are in the descriptions of the videos. Then if we carry on south, we've got where we kind of split off a little bit. I was trying to spread things out because I realised I was putting everything very central. So a wiggly field there with more trees cleared. But then we got to that point, we were up to about 750 trees cut down. So I put 720 back in and then we cleared a load more. But anyway, don't worry about that. Vineyard and poplars we put in. And then to the south of that was always my plan to go with the root crop stuff and put in some potato open gardens. I did the first field of potatoes. Then we changed it. That's now swapped out. These ones are doing corn. These ones are now all doing sugar beet. As you can see, I've got a load more sugar beet there, which I could run through and produce some more. Potato storage and the potato bagging. We've got the little potato facility and the grape processing plant. The grape processing plant, we've still got a load in there, as we have a lot of the facilities. Then continuing over to this side, we've got maple cure farm, because I put the maple syrup production in here, and then we put our pigs behind. We doubled up on our pigs, so we've got 288 pigs now. Logging, the logging enterprise, we gradually built up with all the various different logging equipment until we got to the Ponds Scorpion King. As you can see, I'm still part way through doing that. And then continuing down, another one that made us really good money and we chugged away for quite a long time was the lime crusher. Our quarry, that was really fun to build. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that. It was brilliant. A couple of different mods. One I think was part of Jim's and the other one was a rock mod. That was great. I enjoyed that. And then a few sell points down here. We put an ethanol sell point right down the bottom here. Before we did the biofuels. So we really expanded out. We tackled so many different jobs, so many different productions. It was just absolutely brilliant. And I could happily, me, on my own, carry on just playing on here. That's why I've left it as I have. So I'm going to come out of there now. So, what I've done is I've left enough in these silos, this silo here, and the production silo behind. I've left enough grass, hay, straw and silage to feed and bed down the animals. So our cows, our sheep and our pigs, there's enough. If I wanted to keep going, I could keep doing that. I've got all my grass I could cut again. I could keep going if I wanted to. Now the problem I have found with a lot of the productions is they're quite slow processing. All of my lumber production, so the wood pellets, the cardboard and paper, the barrels and planks, the other sawmill that's doing planks and beams, they've all run out. They've run out of wood, they've run out of various different materials. So pretty much all of my wood production stuff has ground to a halt. That being said, my grain mill, my bakery, the tailors, a few of the others, and the maple syrup production have all still got loads of products. The same with my oil shack, my little oil shack, that's still got loads. And it's chugging away hour after hour, my money's still going up. It would take, I would say, well over a year, I reckon, to run out all of those products and get them all down to absolutely zero, I reckon. So, as far as what I can sell in a sensible time, and I say sensible time, I'm sure the last time I spoke to you guys, I was on 277 hours on here. I'll show you what I've done. 2 days this has taken me of real time. Real talk, people, real talk. We're up to 286 hours. So that was another 9 hours. 9 hours of gameplay off camera just to get to where I'm now. So, and if I keep chugging away every month that passes, every day that passes, I'm refeeding the animals, I'm getting more slurry, I'm getting more manure, the chickens are still producing eggs, the bees are still producing honey. So the whole rolling process, I don't think, unless I sold all my animals as well, I would run out. My greenhouses are all still, there's loads in these. I mean, when I think how long I've been running these for, 2 years now, I haven't had to top these up. 9,413 litres of seeds, 17,000 of manure. The water never seems to be going down. Yeah, and they just keep going, keep producing. These are an absolute must-have on any Let's Play, I think, personally. Even if you only use one, and every month you switch to a different product, or every couple of months, or something like that. But absolutely fantastic. So, that's where we're at. 35 million. I have made my fortune. It's time to move on. Vehicles and machinery are all going to stay because I may well carry on. The old beastie, how many hours are we up to on this? 43.2 hours on the old beastie. That thing's been brilliant. It needs another respray, which I have done once already. Now, I said I was going to leave with something. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be taking this with me to the next one, and I know people are going to ask, what am I doing for the next one? I haven't decided, and that's hand on heart, God's honest truth, I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm taking the tractor puller because I love it. Now, like I say, when I get to my next Let's Play, my machinery and equipment may well have changed. I may have a different vehicle, I may have a different trailer, and I may have something different on the back of it. But this is what I'm going to be leaving with. I'm more than happy with the progress we made. Like I said, coming down that path. With just a backpack, we were in deficit, we didn't have any money. We had a chainsaw and a plot of land, and that was it. Which is amazing, really. But it's time to move. It's time to move on and leave the Western Wilds. Hundreds of hours of fun. Millions of litres of products produced, used, sold. Tons of production chains tried. Things that when we did Calmston Farm didn't exist. Things that have been coming out regularly from fantastic modders. A huge thank you to Alien Jim for a fantastic map. But like I say, I don't know where I'm going to go next. We are going to head off, not quite into the sunset. And yeah, I've really got to give it some thought now. I've kind of looked at a couple of maps, and I know there's a couple I'm aware of that are coming out. And I did say about maybe popping back to Fruling, my kind of interim map for maybe I might only do another 2 or 3 episodes until I decide what I'm going to do. I may need to do a few short episodes on there while I'm prepping my new map. I haven't really decided. My sugar mill, I've still got the sugar cane in there. There's still about 1.8 million litres of sugar cane. It's just, yeah, it's chugging away, but it's going to take a long time to clear it. So with that, I bid you farewell. Thank you for your support. If you're still with me, still watching this episode, thank you for coming along on the journey. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. If you have, or if you haven't, please smash that like button. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.